now we're going to add some light to the scene. It's really going to bring it to life and make it look really nice. At the moment it's quite dark, but there's nothing really to catch your eye other than this lighthouse. Okay, so we can use light not only to make the scene look nicer, but also to actually direct the player. So for example, this part here, right, the player may notice that, but then again they might not. So if we place a light at that particular scene, that's going to grab their attention. So let's do that. Let's actually put a light right here. So let's go to game object, light, and this time it's going to be a point light. So the difference between a spotlight and a point light, obviously a spotlight is directed in one direction. As you can see here, a point light is actually shooting light out in all directions, 360 degree angles, and that's pretty much what we want. Okay, I'm not sure exactly where that is in 3D space, so let's just move our camera to where we want it, press game object and align with view. Okay, and there it is. I'm just gonna kind of reposition it a little bit, maybe bring it up here a bit. Okay, good. So that it's kind of close to this lighthouse. Now what we can see here are these guides as to how far this light is extending. Okay, so this is basically the range. Alright, so if I increase that range, obviously that ball gets much bigger. So for this type of thing, I'm looking at sort of a range of around 15. Alright, so not too big, so quite localized, so something like this. The colour, I would avoid white. I'd go with something that really stands out. So for this one, I'm actually going to go for a sort of a bright orange, something like this. Okay, indirect multiplier, almost always put that on 0. Okay, now the intensity for this, I'm actually going to go with 3. And you notice how that now really shines off the side of that lighthouse. You can see it on the ground a bit more there. Let me pull it down there like that, so now you can see it on those rocks. And in fact, I'm actually going to increase the range on this one to about 20. Alright, great, because now I can see it on the lighthouse and I can see it there as well. So now when the player is sort of walking along this hill, their attention is caught by this light, and then they instantly walk down there. Okay, so that's the first light that I want to put in there, but potentially you want lights wherever the character is supposed to go. So I'm just going to switch the lights off and the atmospherics. I'm going to kind of come down here. Now a quick way to get wherever you need, if for example I'm right in the air and I want to get very close to something, I want to get close to this arch, so I can click on the arch and then double click on it in the hierarchy, and that will take me directly there. Okay, so I actually want a light there so that players are then aware, well, there's an arch there, maybe I should walk through that. So game object, light, point light. Okay, let's just make sure that it's sort of in the right place, and in fact I might be best off switching lights on, and then obviously you can see the effect of this. So I can see the lights now on that wall there, bringing it up here, there we go. Okay, because now I can see the light on that archway. Great. So once again, a range of about 15. This time I'm going to go with a nice red colour. Okay, so that's really going to stand out in the darkness. Intensity multiplier, sorry, indirect multiplier is 0, and the intensity, once again, I'm going to go with about 3. Now that looks pretty intense at this moment in time, but when I put this back on, it actually doesn't look too intense. That actually looks quite nice, and it has a very kind of subtle blurred effect, which is really going to catch the viewer's attention when they come into this scene. So in a moment I'm going to do a walkthrough and see how this looks.